Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude and I'm here to review the SpongeBob episode New Leaf, requested by James R. Rogers. So the plot is about when Plankton starts to turn in a new leaf by turning the chum bucket into a gift shop. Of course, Mr. Krabs is not buying into his whole plan, so he's figuring out what is making all of a sudden change for Plankton. In my opinion, New Leaf is a really awesome episode. It's a little different than your usual SpongeBob episode because SpongeBob is not the star of this episode. In fact, you only see SpongeBob as well as Squidward for the first 4 minutes of this episode. After the first 4 minutes, you don't see them ever again. This is specifically a Mr. Krabs and Plankton episode. They are the stars of this episode right here. What I really appreciate about this episode is how much focus they had for Mr. Krabs and Plankton. It doesn't really attempt at humor all that much. When there is humor in New Leaf, it's funny. It hits well. When I look at episodes like New Leaf, it's one of the most heartwarming episodes of SpongeBob. This is the episode that has a lot of heart. It has possibly more heart than a lot of the SpongeBob episodes combined. I just loved how it focused on the story, the overall heart, and the overall bonding that Mr. Krabs and Plankton are having throughout this episode. Things get real ugly. Once Mr. Krabs is destroying everything in Plankton's gift shop, I mean, I won't lie, that was kind of hard to watch. He had sympathy for Plankton, and you can see that the two of them are bonding really well, and it's nice to see them just be friends because, yes, throughout the series, they're going to say they're enemies. They're going to say that they hate each other. But with episodes like these, you can tell that the two of them really do care for each other. They're not going to admit it. They're not. But you could just see it deep down inside of them. Yes, even if they may have their differences between each other, they do care for each other. And that's what I really appreciated about New Leaf. I just love the overall bond between Mr. Krabs and Plankton. I know a lot of the issues people did have with this episode is actually the ending, because what could have ended on a heartwarming note completely ends to a, oh, everything's back to normal note. And now, I'll be honest, I actually do really like the ending. The only thing I could just criticize about the ending, however, is just that it does kind of shift in tone. Like one moment, it's all heartwarming and it makes me smile. Then like half a second later, it completely shifts to Plankton tricking Mr. Krabs. But the ending alone, I actually thought it was funny. And honestly, I expected the ending, so that's probably why. But I can understand why people are going to have issues with it. My only flaw with this episode, other than the complete shift in tone, is just that Mr. Krabs destroying everything in Plankton's gift shop. I'm so out of character. I just didn't like seeing him just destroying all the Plankton stuff and just pretty much crushing Plankton's heart. I thought it was pretty messed up, and like I said, it was kind of hard to watch because you're just all like, damn, Mr. Krabs, just damn. Overall though, I do think New Leaf is a really well done SpongeBob episode. It's one of the most heartwarming episodes of SpongeBob I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong, I wish it could have ended on a more heartwarming note, and it would have been awesome if the writers just stuck it to that way. But still, overall, I do think New Leaf is an awesome episode. Mr. Krabs and Plankton are the stars of this episode, and I really think for an episode that only focuses on those two characters, really, I think the writers actually did a very well done job with that. So I was very pleased with New Leaf. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So everyone, in the comments down below, let me know, what did you think of the episode New Leaf? This is 22 Tiger Dude, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!